It is Sunday, March 4th. This is my eighth journal of my sophomore spring semester. Um, just, I guess, a little recap of this week. I had some clinical experience with men's basketball with a grade 3 ankle sprain. And a player that has, within the last couple of days, been cleared to go back to play with an ankle sprain. His was pretty bad. He had a grade 3 as well, but his rehab process went really well. He was really into it mentally and physically, so his projected, I guess, time that we thought that he would be able to go back, he went back before that. So we had to deal with a lot of swelling this week with him, a lot of soreness and stiffness, and he had quite a bit of pain, but it wasn't like unbearable. He said his pain was at about a 5. But we did some pre-practice treatment for him, and tried to get him out on the court early and make sure he was able to run around and cut and jump properly without trying to compensate, which he did. We went out about, I would say, at least 30 minutes before they had to start shooting. We did some jumping, and he did some line hops from side to side, up and back, and like figure 8 jumps, and ran and then tried to stop on a dime, and he was all fine. He had quite a bit of swelling. He was not comfortable with the brace that our certified put him in. So he taped his ankle because he felt like that would be better. He used more supportive, not just a regular ankle tape. He used moleskin for the first couple days for the stirrups, just for that stabilization. Now for the other one with the grade 3, he got that on last Saturday, when they were away. We sent him to the doctor, and he said grade 3. So we started with that. He's not full weight bearing. We're trying to get him moving because motion is best for him. But he is, I guess, apprehensive or reluctant to try to get away from the crutches, which is not what we want. Right now, we've been just doing some edema manual therapy, trying to flush it out. We've been putting KT tape on there in the spider web formation, trying to flush some of that. And we've just been trying to make him walk heel to toe during his practice session. But he is not trying. Also, I clinically experienced softball games this weekend. I didn't see anything exciting, I guess, but that's good because we don't want anyone to get hurt, technically. But that's why we have jobs, I guess. We did some pre-game stretching, some ultrasound. I learned how to PNF stretch. That was fun. Definitely gonna use that. I think I would like that better than just traditional, and I think they get more out of it. But yeah, that was this week. Um, so this journal is talking about how our National Athletic Training Month slogan is compassionate care for all. So my question to answer is, how does this promote the field of athletic training? Um, I think with the experience that I've had, um, there's always someone that seems to be more needy than others, and I think people tend to get frustrated when others seek more attention for, I guess, lesser grade injuries, less like a lower severity. But we need to get away from that. I think because coming back from an injury most of the time is also a huge mental thing. So if you don't think that you're going to be able to get back, then your rehab process is going to be pretty low in morale and low in effort, which is what we try to avoid. So to have those athletes that feel like, I guess they're always worried if something hurts and they're like, what is this? Like, could this lead to something else or anything like that? So I think the compassionate care for all is talking about giving everyone the benefit of the doubt and realizing that everyone heals mentally and physically different. Everyone's healing process is not the same, and we know that. But also, I think that the compassionate care for all also means that we are not just on the sideline. Athletic trainers can be in many different settings. Yes, we can be high school, we can be like professional sideline, we can do, D3, D2, D1, but also ATs are being hired in physical therapy clinics and like rehab places and stuff like that. And we do care for a lot of people. We have not only are we prepared for the athletic part of it, but when we are not, especially now since I've been in school studying to be an athletic trainer, when people look like they're gonna fall or something looks dangerous, I automatically have that thought that's like, what if this happens? What's my first step? How am I gonna help? So we have that thinking process. I feel that we all do. So I would think that not if you're not just if you're an athlete, yeah, we're totally gonna help you and do whatever we can. But also we work with older athletes, people that can be like pre knee replacement, post knee replacement, things like that. Like we have the rehab techniques that not we just don't use for other people. I guess people just think we work with athletes, and that's not true. We can work with anybody. I mean, it's all in how I guess our mindset is. But my belief is that we can help anyone, especially not being in a clinical setting and being somewhere and seeing someone in a situation where they could get hurt. My mind starts going and it's like, well, if this happens, it could be this. If this happens, it could be this, and that's how I handle that. We have that thought process, which will help us give that care to everyone. Even if, we're in the grocery store, we can give care to whoever. Somebody drops, we do CPR, 911, all that. Like, we have, the life-saving techniques as well, not just, I know how to tape an ankle. We have a broad scope of practice, I think. And the next question is, how do I embody the message? Um, I've noticed as our older athletic training students have been in this program and been with sports a couple times and dealt with athletes multiple times, I guess, when they tell us about them, they just like hand them off to us because they act like they don't want to deal with them. But like, people get hurt again. It could be different things. Um, but I have gotten to the point where early on last semester I kind of got sucked into like, oh, well, if they think this, then that's true. No, I needed to get out of that, and that was one of my goals this semester, was to give everyone the benefit of the doubt. And even if nothing, physically is wrong with their body, something mentally could be wrong, stuff like that. So I've been just, when someone comes in, even if I've met them before, if I know them, if I've had class with them, it doesn't mean that they can only have one injury. And I think people start to get that because they don't want to deal with them anymore. But overuse injury is a huge thing in college athletes because their seasons are so long. So I don't know why people get that idea that like, oh, well, one and done. No. Most of the time when you get hurt, you should, in a perfect world, you should be strengthening and doing stuff like that for the rest of your athletic career. Some of these injuries will follow you until you're old. So I have been giving everyone a blank slate when they walk in the door, giving them a brand new eval, not just assuming that it's the same thing. So I definitely do love this slogan, compassionate care for all, because that's how everyone should be, regardless of if not all of us in this program here are going to be athletic trainers. They should want to help everyone. And even the people that want to go to PT and OT school, you're going to have patients that you see weekly, sometimes like more than once a week. So it's not one and done. People are like, it's a process. So that's how I feel about it. I did not get any masteries this week. We were supposed to have a practical Thursday, but it got pushed back to this coming Thursday. So I'll get some masteries then. But I got 15 attempts, which is good because then I can start working on those masteries now that I have attempts in them. But yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about this semester. My book is not empty like it was last semester, which makes me very happy because that was one of my goals. My grades are good. It's midterm this week, or midpoint. My grades are really good. I'm ready for spring break, definitely. So, yeah. This is my journal 8 for the week.